Hey everyone, this is Ultra Runner. Welcome back to the channel. Your eyes are not deceiving you. You are seeing some pretty cool repaints here. This is from the 2026 Tokyo Toy Show that was yesterday. And so this is these pictures I'm going to show are courtesy TFW 2005. And I will make sure I give credit to Bubble Gunner, who was actually in the credits, and then the upload was actually done by Mechafire. And so these were photos from that show. There's a couple different ones here. Like you guys know, I don't really cover the news because that's just not my thing, unless it's something that just really screams at me that I didn't want to talk about as preliminary from hype and excitement. And if you guys have seen anything on my channel, you know I'm a huge Ultra Magnus fan, and I'm a huge Dinobots fan. Dinobots are my favorite team of all time from any media. So those guys, those five guys are my guys, and Ultra Magnus was my first ever commander. Autobot leader commander when I was a kid. So always been a big fan of that. When I found out about the Delta Magnus, that was my thing. So to see this right here is super cool. So I'm just going to go into the details real quick. So, of course, in the shot as well is the Evangelion 1 and 2. Now you got the Asuka repaint, which is super cool. And then both of the sound waves, which we already knew was there and are coming out. But here, this is the belle of the ball for me personally, even over the Dinobots, because my number one guy, period, transformer of all time is Ultra Magnus, and I love the Delta Magnus. And I do like the fact that he's got a different story depending on whether you're looking at the Japanese continuity G1, or if you're looking at Masterpiece, because with Delta Magnus, and they had a different story basically when Masterpiece did them. So it's kind of cool. So definitely it's something you want to look into. Backstory makes it a little bit neater. This, like I said again, this was super neat. You got like a little mini RC. You got, it looks like a repaint of Beachcomber in red, and you've got that, to me, one of the single best molds ever done by Hasbro is this Ultra Magnus mold. This Ultra Magnus mold is great. They took the Masterpiece Takara and they downsized it and they made it better, because it is better. Actually, I have both of those molds. I have the Delta Magnus and the Takara official Ultra Magnus, and this is a better mold. Hasbro definitely took that mold and made a better version of it, and this looks incredible. To the yellow eyes, to the yellow in the waist. He comes with the little repaint of his car as well. This is, or his little Diaclone partner. This looks awesome. And this is scheduled to come out in February of 2027, which is kind of crazy. And I'll talk more about that in a bit. But this is super, super neat. So definitely looking forward to that piece. It'd be neat, if they could throw us a bone and throw in that Shattered Glass head, because we all know, if you read Shattered Glass, this is Delta Magnus is basically the Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. He just has like that hologram over his face. So his face looks like this, but his real face is actually like a skull. So hopefully that's something they could throw in there. If not, I'm sure DNA Designs is going to end up having that ready to go. And then the next shot here is, again, this is like Christmas coming early. The Ratchet, it's okay. It's, you got to get what you get. But the fact that they're doing Dinobot Island and they're giving us a repaint of Ratchet, and the problem is I'm going to put him on the shelf next to the rest of my stuff when this guy comes in, and he's just going to look so much better than the Hasbro stuff on the shelf. I'm probably going to have to put them somewhere else, because there's just no way I can put these guys there. But my goal is going to basically be to put the Dinobots on their own illuminated shelf in my main office. I've been waiting for a reason to have Dinobots on the shelf. I was looking at different Masterpiece versions, and I really wanted the official, something official from Takara and Hasbro, painted like this, and this looks phenomenal. They even got Grimlock with the transparent neck. You've got, you know, the great paint on the silver paint on these guys. It just, I mean, it looks great. They come with the swords. They come with blast effects. They come with their weapons. Doesn't look like we're getting short chains like we did with the Studio Series releases. But this looks phenomenal, guys. I mean, and it's two packs, and then these are dramatic capture, like I said before. It's Ratchet and Grimlock together, and then you're gonna get Sludge and Slag together. So I'm hoping then the next they'll do a 3-pack, and we'll get Snarl. We'll get Snarl painted properly, not with that stupid yellow. Please do not, Takara. I know they didn't show him, but I'm hoping that they actually fix him and make him gold, because I'm never going to transform that guy. They're going to be Dinobots appeared on my shelf like my current ones are. But hopefully the next pack they're going to do would be Snarl painted properly, Swoop, and then Wheeljack. And that'd be awesome, man. I mean, you talk about taking you back to your childhood. That would be phenomenal to have those done that way. So I'm assuming that's the route they're going to go. Again, these are all according to the releases. They're scheduled to go out in February 2027. So we should see pre-orders for this coming up pretty quick. I'm sure ShowZ's going to jump right on this, because ShowZ, they typically hit this up pretty quick. Like my actual original Dinobots, my Missing Link Grimlock was actually on ShowZ. And like I said before, I think I said in a previous video, I did cancel my pre-order for Missing Link Grimlock. And at the end of the day, it's not that I didn't want it. I really want a Studio Series size figure, because the toy figures are small. We all know that because the toys are small. But I want that fit and finish, but I want it on a Studio Series, and I was willing to wait. And I know a lot of us get super impatient, like, oh, I want it now. But I talked about this in a video today about just the 5 reasons that we stress ourselves out about collecting. And one of the ones is, like, you know, space is limited, and if you bought the Missing Link version and you decided you want this now you've got to go sell your Missing Link. You know, unless you have room for it, and then you got to make compromise, things like that. But I was willing to wait, because, and if it never showed up, it never showed up. But it has, and I am super stoked. Like I said, this Delta Magnus looks amazing. Like I said, I can't get over this. This is definitely great news to wake up to in the morning. And these Dinobots look phenomenal. Like I said, Ratchet looks good. I mean, that paint, just in the photo here, you can see that paint looks top tier. And if you guys have ever handled dramatic capture piece from Takara, it is definitely, they go hard. They go very hard, and this is exciting. This also now takes you to back to the discussion I said, and I've got a video so funny, already scheduled to come out today. This is Thursday. Recorded it a few days ago when and then it's scheduled to go up today. But talking about Missing Link, and how Missing Link, while I'm doing the unboxing, while we're discussing how the different lines we have now between Missing Link and New Legends, and, you know, Studio Series and Generations, how we have so many different options now to build our collection the way we want to build them. The question is this, you know, is somebody going to be a purist of one or the other? Like, I'm a purist for SS86, but I wonder how many people out there are collecting this New Legends line. I mean, because they're expensive, don't get me wrong. And I didn't even want to go over the conversion pricing, because if you want to go to TFW 2005 and look at the actual post, they actually have the yen pricing and the USD conversion. We all know there's no way, because I think it was like $107 for Ratchet and Grimlock. There's no way on God's green earth that those are coming here that cheap. There's just no way. If they are, that'd be a huge win for us. But the fact that Trypticon repaint was almost $300, the Star Optimus repaint was, well, $150 figure was $300. I can't even remotely imagine that we're gonna get these figures and they're not gonna be over $200. I mean, I'd be blown away. If they are, that's a huge win for us, you know. But I can't imagine us getting these cheap. I just can't. So, but that also goes into the fact that if you're only collecting new legends, which I don't know anybody that's doing that solely, that's your only Transformers line now, unless you sold off everything and now you're doing this. But this would be a great way to go with the Delta Magnus. With the Dinobots, of course, that's just dramatic capture, which is what we've already seen. And are you going to replace your Dinobots with these guys? Are you going to run them in tandem? I definitely got to do a video kind of talking about these lines and how they intermingle. But yeah, this is super cool. I'm super stoked with this. This was definitely great news to see, and the fact that we're going to be moving on this, and Takara's moving in this line and giving us the updates and giving us the repaints and bringing their quality to some of these great molds. So, but let me know your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. If this is something that's for you, if it's nice and shiny to see, doesn't really mean anything to you at all, or if it's something that you really want to get on because this is something that you want to do, let me know it down below. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Later.